thank you for everything. I've been wanting to shoot this video for a little bit, but I needed to wait a certain amount of time for some things to happen first. When I started my YouTube channel, I never really thought it would ever get to the point that it is now. I thought it would be neat if I ever made it as far as 1,000 subscribers, not to mention closing in on nearly 30,000. When I was first doing YouTube for fish, it was mostly just documenting parts of my journey, what fish I'd picked up, and as I had kind of continuously changed the way I did aquariums in my house as I got deeper and deeper into the hobby. 2019 changed that. I made a decision, having gotten pretty good at plants and done a number of videos about plants, deciding that I wanted to get a bit more serious, especially right before the Aquatic Gardeners Association convention that my club was going to host. From there, it's kind of a crazy ride. I mean, 6 years ago, I did my first talk at a small fish club that unfortunately now is on hiatus, doesn't exist. I'm not really sure which is accurate, but it was called An Informal Guide to Plants from a Master Aquatic Horticulturalist. It was completely impromptu. I had basically a few bullet points, much like how most of my videos are, and just talked. There weren't a lot of people there, but it was one of those things that just was so fun and felt kind of weird thinking that people wanted to hear my opinion about plants and keeping planted fish tanks in general. I had been in the hobby for a few years at that point, but I was certainly not the level of expert that many of the speakers who came to my club, the Greater Seattle Aquarium Society, would be at. And so I always thought it was weird. Then COVID happens, and, the whole world shuts down, and I started live streaming because it was kind of an outlet to be more connected to you wonderful people. And I have, almost without fail, we've missed a few, but not many. I try my best never to miss a live stream, but we have been live streaming now since then. So 6 years of consistent live streams. I did for a little while do live streams as a monthly member thing only, but I decided I wanted to do it weekly. 6 years later, we're still going. As we got further along, we came out of COVID, I got invited by my own club to talk about plants. And at that point, I had just completed the 10th circle, if you will, of Master Aquatic Horticulturalist for my club's Horticulture Awards program. It was a milestone that no one in the club had hit before. And that talk was a more formalized version of the talk I have given now a couple of times. And I always thought it was kind of surreal that I would be doing that. I was just some idiot who had gotten lucky in many cases. I look back now and I've been invited to talk at a couple of different conventions. The Fishtoberfest, where I talked about how I fell in love with a fish that farts, the dojo loach. I wanted to have something funny and enjoyable as a short talk. And then, most recently, in the Keystone Clash, which is happening right now if you're watching this video. And Foxy and Peplin, if you're watching this, congratulations. They just got married, if you didn't know. They live streamed it from the Clash. It's kind of awesome. But I got invited to Clash, and I thought they were kind of crazy inviting me, but I got to talk about rainbow fish and plants. And two of my favorite things probably in this entire world, and especially in this hobby. I have had an opportunity to meet so many of you, and to continue trying with one sole mission, to help people. You see, deep down, I have kind of a philosophy in life. Many people will refer to it as like the rising tide, or being perhaps too much of an optimist, but I think that this wonderful community is a perfect example of this life goal. And my life goal is basically that I see the best in people. And I do everything I can to help them grow, learn, and become even better. And the way that I do that with aquatics has been through the Plants for Profit series, trying to do equipment reviews and all sorts of different topics based on things that either you wonderful people have wanted or that I thought would be at least some level of interesting. We tried Substrate 101, Fertilizer 101, the Your Filter Sucks and Your Filter is Awesome series, which to this day, people still don't understand. Those videos are meant to be two separate videos. You watch both and then you decide for yourself, as opposed to just this idiot thinks that you're the one filter you like a lot sucks, and you forget the other video exists. It happens on the underground filter a lot, and it's kind of funny at this point, but it's just something that I thought was interesting, and a lot of you loved it, so thank you. For those of you who've been with me for years at this point, you probably got first introduced to me either through my friend Alex from Fishery or through Jimmy's video when he toured my house years and years ago, back before I was really doing anything too crazy on YouTube. If you found me after those, and just by happenstance, maybe it was through the Fluval Ultimate Guides. Those existed because I just wanted to see people find success with them. I thought those lights were so amazing, and it is because of folks like you right now watching that Fluval's customer service team will email links to those videos to people that have questions, so that those videos can help people who have their products. Not their own videos, mine. And it is the craziest thing in the world to me to think that I started this mostly to document my own fish journey and saw like an opportunity to teach people about plants and talk more about plants, and then eventually talk about products, because I break things for a living, as I love to say. I'm a quality assurance engineer. I test. I do software testing. I do device testing. And by that nature, I brought it to this hobby. I started Aquarium 911 relatively recently, and that was purely out of a want and a desire to continuously help people in this hobby to the best of my ability. And it is folks like you watching right now that kind of up-leveled something that I never thought would happen. Fluval, of all people, reached out to me and asked me to make a tutorial video for their new light, the Aqua Sky 3.0. Not their staff making a video or editing it or anything. They didn't even send me a script. They just gave me basically like, here's what we want you to cover. Go nuts. And I never thought that a titan in our hobby of equipment manufacture would reach out to some crazy guy on the internet and ask him, hey, we'd really like you to make a tutorial video for our light. Are you willing to do it? That's because of you. I believe so highly in the power of people. I said earlier, kind of one of my missions in life is to see the best in people. To be a rising tide. To raise all ships around me, whatever I can do. But you folks have raised mine. So thank you. And who knows what we're going to do next. If you are watching this right now and you've been here for a long time, thank you. If this is the first video of mine you've ever seen, thank you. If I've helped you in the past, thank you. You might be wondering why I say that. It's because knowing that I can help people, even if it's just one person with any one of my videos, it's some of the greatest feelings I get in the world. So thank you. Not a lot of people get to do this and experience this. And thankfully, you wonderful people have let me experience an incredible level of gratification and adventure by being a moron in front of a camera on YouTube. So thank you. If you need my help, there's a link down in the description. that can get you to Aquarium 911 or at least give you my contact details, I'm happy to do my best to help where I can. Just please understand, it does take me a while to get to people. I have a reasonable backlog, but I'm trying to get through more and more and trying to find ways to do it even faster. I want to thank all of you so much for watching over the years, and here's to many more. As always, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome.